Bismillahir Rahman Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen Hasbunallah wa Nima Wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Friday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Juma Mubarak to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. And this morning, I want to quickly engage you and encourage you to get ready for 28th of December. We are all meeting at the La Palm Royal Beach. It is the official shutdown party. We call it the 3FM All White Party. And those who have been part of it over the past 4 or 5 years, they know, because we started on at the Kosovo area. We had an all-night, all-white party on the Dodi Princess, and then we brought it inland, and we've had many different, parties. Last year, for example, at Soko, and the fun is always pure, unadulterated. It's amazing. This year, I want to encourage you to be part of this whole exercise, because you see, with all the stress that man has gone throughout the year, you want to also be part of active society. You want to be part of the big family. The 3FM All-White Party is for corporate people. It's for private people. It's for people who want to experience Ghana. And we have many different packages, many different packages available, right from platinum all the way down to silver, gold, wood, etc. This is the number to call to reserve a table. This is the number to call to reserve a table. Please note it. 053 11 00927, 053 11 00927, and 053 22 00927, 053 22 00927. Just call and speak to the nice voice on the other side of the telephone, and you will thank me later, because this is the official shutdown party, 28th of December, and that's when we're shutting down everything for the year 2023. To get ready, refresh, rejuvenate for year 2024, which will obviously be very busy. Now, the Ashanti region, yesterday I was thinking of the Ashanti region, and particularly I was also thinking of the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I need to say and give credit where credit is due, that in the history of Ghana's politics and governance, and in the history of particularly the Fourth Republican dispensation, no president has done what Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has done. For example, in announcing his ministers of state and his appointees, he would call and say, "Oh, Janet Kwesi, stand by me." Then Janet will come and stand. So Janet Kwesi attended University of Cape Coast or University of Ghana. She did BSc in this, MSc in this. She has worked here. She has done this, that. And so because of that, I think that Janet Kwesi is qualified to be Minister for Agriculture, or is qualified to be regional minister here and there. On that particular occasion, on the 11th of January 2017, when he was announcing the ministers, he announced the regional minister for the Ashanti region. And we all know what role the Ashanti region plays in terms of elections in this country. The Volta region as well, you want to talk about. Then you can talk about the swing regions of the North region, the Bono regions. You can talk about Central region, Greater Accra region, Western region. You can add that to it. So the dynamics are different. So the president knew who was putting in charge of the Ashanti region. But over the last 6-7 years, the people in the Ashanti region have had cause to complain. For example, recently, His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei has had cause to organize a fundraiser. Heal Komfuanoche. He organized a fundraiser. This was as a sequel to the story that Ibrahim Abubakar and William Evans Inkum did in the Ashanti region, and highlighted how the hospital was laden with cracks, and it was coming down, and it was unbefitting of a teaching hospital, etc. So His Royal Majesty set up that fund. Kudos to His Royal Majesty. But people are also asking the question, should it take His Royal Majesty and any other person to advocate and to also raise funds before the right things are done? Because the people in the Ashanti region, they pay their taxes. And let nobody lie to you that if we had paid the e-levy, we already paid the e-levy. We pay our VAT, we pay our property rate, we pay our business operation permit, we pay everything. If people don't pay, it means that people have been chosen to go and collect the money and they don't go to collect the money, or they themselves have been compromised in one way or the other. But we pay. When you buy a bottle of water from the supermarket, you pay. On this occasion, the president had cause to give us the credentials of Mr. Simon Osei-Mensah. You know, he's the regional minister in the Ashanti region. The same regional minister who spoke anyhow to the school feeding caterers, most of who are party people who came asking for monies that are legitimately owed them by the state. Same regional minister who went on radio to say that the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has constructed more roads than any government in this country. Same regional minister who, as a result of the people of Swami pelting the honorable member of parliament for Swami and leader of government business, minister of parliamentary affairs, and also the majority leader of Ashanti Mensah with pure water. You remember that in Swami. He was the one who came to his defense and says that he cannot be blamed. The same minister in the Ashanti region who said that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo cannot be blamed for the hardship that Ghanaians are going to. Listen to what the president said about him.
Johnny's fight.
And there's always a big elephant in the room. The region which is at the heart, head and the heart of the new patriotic party. Very dynamic region with the people who are very entrepreneurial, very assertive, and at the same time who have a great love of their own culture and traditions. We've seen that recently with the death of the Ashanti Region, and the way in which that funeral has been conducted to the admiration not just of our country but of the world, of those who care to watch. This year's election went very well for us in the Ashanti region. Of the 47 seats that were there, we now have 44. And we won seats there that we had never won before, the UAPBS. One of the most articulate communicators in the MPP position, in both regional Ashanti affairs as well as national affairs, is the man that I've selected to be the regional minister designated for Ashanti. He had a long career in the parliament, member of parliament for the Supreme constituency, and I believe that
so that was President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and I like the humility with which the regional minister was standing by the president. They all stood with that kind of humility. Name any minister at all. Today, when you ask them questions, they talk down at you. But they all stood with humility by the president. I remember this. In fact, after the president made this announcement, he said, oh, the media have done very well because he calls them a short notice and they appear. So the media should be made to hold something. The president said that. That's something we never held it. Whatever it was, I don't know. Fast forward to 2023. After the minister said this, there were concerns about the roads. And if you go to the Ashanti region, it's a foregone conclusion. People are asking the question, is this Ashanti? Is this the stronghold of the MPP? What projects do you have? What legacy do you have? And these same ministers kept on denying and telling us that we were the ones wishing and hoping for bad. You know what happens in the Ashanti region? When you live and work in the Ashanti region, or if you are from the Ashanti region, I'm particular about this. When you live and work in the Ashanti region, or if you are from the Ashanti region, and you criticize officialdom in the Ashanti region, they say, oh, he's criticizing us so that we do it better. When you live outside and you criticize, they say you hate. And that is the same attitude that in the past, when we criticized John Mahama or Misata or any other person, they say, oh, we were doing constructive criticism. Today, when you criticize, they say you hate. Today, when you criticize, they say you hate the person you are criticizing. But in the past, we all joined to ask even stricter questions. Now, let's talk about the abandoned project, because the minister went before His Royal Majesty and his Council of Chiefs, Ashanti Council, and then he had to account to them for his stewardship throughout the 7 years. Listen to him.
Johnny's vibe. Akwan de bibiri ama contractors. Eno de number ne de nka me fan se enkaya. Nanso no sika 70 no aban etimi tua interim payment certificate no. Dodo na every point. Every point so o need site. They say o kan kra na say o de ama contract na ye den. Di aban na sabi yɛne no ka yɛbɔ no a so wobɛnya sika na ɔmasan aba site nansa bi de kɔfa anwea kɔnta ɛkɔtwa mu ma so kɔnta ne kɔrɔkora sɛ previous and bɛsi bi tira se nso ɔbɛ sɛ deɛ kwan no asɛ yafa na ɛnyɛ fɛ ɛnso nkɛ hɔ no yɛde ama contractor owura shop a wɔyɛ free of wase aba dantando abɛsi ma so kɔnta na nkɔde aba abɛsi Ghanaian quanta, over $240 million project. Then I'm saying payment, no, or shall see free or was better than Tono, Dumano, and Cosu Papa. And the acquiring the open for your house or those are bit material contractors local. Your big problem. The group beer, Lamia Prime, because I didn't scanning you to me once who visit. It may have gone and cover one. Coming to meet us in your yin area, Archiminamwa. We free to Namaka, but Maka say, yeah, we nam count, yeah, we have been breast. So near man be breathing, no, Uniasa, Nesca Samno, Ama be breathe, yak. And Nimu, Mirana, Bopata, he is the other many years because the town rules, they go up to now. It me, after year request say terminate. Now I am farmer contractor for Francis idea column happy. It will do for acquiring the Kadiama contract and see me bear 60% grave we are and as soon as I saw ever why they must Cassano and
the contractors have not been paid. That's the crux of what they're saying. Number one, the contractors have not been paid. Two, he feels embarrassed and disgraced when he's driving through the town and he sees the bad roads. Three, the contractors have packed their things and have left. Four, he doesn't see any legacy that's going to happen, because if the roads had been constructed, then he could have beaten his chest to say that I was part of those who engineered the construction of these roads. And then five, the people are still waiting for their projects. Now, in the past, when we asked these questions, do you owe contractors? Oh, they are working. Are the contracts being sorted? Oh, they are working. Are the roads being done? Oh, hurry up. We are building more roads. You remember the roads being done? Hurry up. You are behind. You are far behind. We are building more roads. You remember that? But we have had the year of roads. We have had second year of roads. We have had another year of roads. The government will want to get the votes that they get from the MPP in the Ashanti region. The people of the Ashanti region, and if you speak to them, the indigenous people, they said the government has not dealt well with them. There's always been denial, but now the regional minister has confirmed it. And you know how the president described him? The big elephant in the room. He is Simon Osei Mensah. What is the scorecard? The scorecard, what is it? Because if the roads are good, businesses will thrive. If the roads are good, travel time will be minimized. If the roads are good, food from the farm gates to the market will come in frequently. If the roads are good, when that happens, food will be cheaper. If the roads are, go to the Ashanti region now. Many of us who used to travel to the Ashanti region used to go there and say, fufu is cheap. Whatever is cheap, we can eat. Go there now and go and talk about cheap food. Go and talk about cheap food. Go and check out their roads. Go and check out their roads. He himself has confirmed it, that the government has not paid the contractors, and so the contractors are not working. Fact. So all the monies that we contracted for the year of roads, the second year of roads, another year of roads, where are they? All the roads that Dr. Baumia told us that we have constructed more roads than any government in this country, and quoted figures. Was it 10,000, 11,000 kilometers or something like that? So where are the roads? And even this, we are talking about asphalted roads. So we are not talking about the concrete road that Dr. Baumia said we're going to move away from asphalt road to concrete road. We are not talking about that. He has raised, and that I'm not just talking about roads as well. Comfort is leaking. Many other abandoned projects in the Ashanti region, particularly. And I'm going to play the minister's video for you. In fact, unfortunately, Nanado didn't do that in the second term. But in his first term, he did, and most of them have stayed at post since 2017. So we'll play what their KPIs and their job description were, and then we'll ask them what their scorecard is. I started with the Ashanti Regional Minister. But you see, at the bottom of all of this is a question of corruption. And when we talk about corruption, people think that, oh, it's just financial corruption or political corruption. No. Corruption comes in many different forms, where contractor A has brought his quotation and he has brought his certificate for it to be honored, but because he doesn't play ball with a certain number of certain people, his certificate lies there, and then after 4 or 5 years, somebody suddenly brings it, and then he is paid, and then contractor A, who has waited for 4, 5 years, 3 years, he is not paid. Because he doesn't play ball, because he doesn't want to give some 10%, because he doesn't want to discount what is owed him. But we are forgetting that he went to the bank to collect monies. We are forgetting that this same contractor employs many people, and that if he stops working, people's livelihoods will be affected. I have a video for you for the weekend. That's my last video. How we are fighting corruption in this country. This video speaks volumes. You know, the cat and the mouse, they are not supposed to be friends. The cat is supposed to chase the mouse and pick it up so that the rodents don't disturb. Now, a cat chased the mouse into the bush, and the people who were standing outside the forest thought that, oh, the cat will finish the mouse. Watch how the cat treated the mouse. It should tell you how we are dealing with corruption in this country. Good morning. Please call me 055-924-2717, 055-924-2717, and 055-691-0154. Look at the cat and the mouse.